Hello, welcome to Friday afternoon here on twitch.tv/DDO stream and youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons/live. I'm DDO's community manager, Cordovan. Thank you very much for joining me on this lovely, hot, summery Friday afternoon, at least if you're on the East Coast. Yes, I'm on Thalanis again. I'll be back, let's see, TVW. Wayfinder next week. So I'll be on Wayfinder next Wednesday for the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. But I figured, what the heck, might as well stay on Thalanis. Figure we'll wrap up the House D stuff that we haven't done yet. I'm just kind of a low-level 21 recent ER character here, so that's what's going on in terms of my gameplay. Hope you guys are having a great, and gals are having a great weekend. Hope you got some time for some DDO in there as well. We do have a plus 20% heroic and epic XP bonus, along with a plus 5% VIP XP bonus. So that's a good time to get the XPs like I am right now. Wizenman, Wizenman, Wizenman. Yes, yes. How you doing? What else can we talk about here? So it's we're working on update 32. We're working on a tentative hot fix for next week. A couple of bug fixes. We'll announce that later. We're going to do a little bit of work on a couple of exceptionally large mailboxes, and I think maybe a couple other things as well. But stay tuned for more information about the when, and probably latter half of next week. We'll have more information as we get closer to it. So. Yep. Alright, might as well head on over to House Denith. Figure we'll run... Oh, I don't know. Might as well do the one that's in House D. So the island one. The island one, what done got the Minotaur as the NPC. Got some exciting stuff that's been proposed to the Players' Council, so hopefully you'll find more about that. Alright, might as well start with Storm the Beaches. I do have room in my party, by the way. If you want in, you can check in on Thalanis at Sekihan, Sekihan. By the way, that's sort of a Asian red bean paste. That's where the name comes from, because it was Moktuk, which was, another sort of delicacy. It just seemed like a bit of irony. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the weekend myself. Actually, this one's this is one with their cannons on it. I guess I should do normal, because I don't want to spend all day here. So, of course, Titan, chat away as you wish. Hey, Edward T, Bortek. How you folks?
Hello, everybody.
So you were saying you're getting pretty close to finishing up a legendary green steel there, huh?
Yeah,
Cool.
legendary lightning.
Nice. And tell me more about it. Like, what in particular are you doing with it? Oh, I should have cleaned out more.
It's an effect that does lightning traps, and it does AOE damage.
Nice. Uh-oh. I have got a inventory issue. I forgot to sell. No. That's odd. Okay. So we did do a server restart this week, just to promote the general health of the game. I mentioned this on the forums, but just to put that here. Actually, I think I mentioned this on the Wednesday show as well, but we are currently looking into the possibility that there may be like a little bit of a memory leak issue with our pathing system,
Oh
which
yeah,
would
I
make
leveled to
sense given
26,
what
so I'm a
you're
lot
saying.
stronger now.
Nice. Well, that's cool. I still went in on Epic Normal for Storm the Beaches just because of the cannons there.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Dan and Leia, happy Friday to you as well. Next 2 weeks, indeed, streaming on Wayfinder. That would be a level 25, 26, something like that, Barbarian. That's the character I've got over on Wayfinder.
Outrage, hoots and grunts echo through the ravine. This ground is sacred to the island's native wild.
I actually really like that character on Wayfinder. It's one of my, I don't know, I wouldn't say favorite, but certainly up there. It's a really fun character to play. It's just sort of a barbarian type, so nothing too fancy special there, but I dig it. What level is Mokto right now? That would be... Is that the one in... You see, that's the one I'm thinking of. That's the one that's on Wayfinder. Like I need to check. I think it's 26? I think it's 26? Something like that. So I haven't really been able to play that character much lately, and the static that was using that character in a Tuesday static group, but that static group, well, I no longer have time for it. I think they might still come, but I had to duck out just due to real life getting in the way, as happens sometimes. Can we expect a new raid that is very long, like Temple of Elemental Evil, in this year or next? I have not heard of any plans to do an exceptionally large raid for this year, and I don't think that we have a committed plan for this year at this point, so I'd say it's possible there could be something next year. In terms of, say, that kind of content, but no decisions have been made on it, so. But I think probably not for this year. Because we're going to be doing, a Slave Lord series here, and then we've got another update or two, but I don't know of any plans. I haven't heard of any plans to do a big long raid for either of our remaining updates, so.
The pirates have
I don't know.
carefully fortified the
Could
front
be.
entrance to their fortress.
If we're doing another raid, it's news to me. But that doesn't mean we're not doing one. It's always challenging trying to find that mix of raids and other content. But you're right, we haven't done a
The
new raid in
Blood-Tide
a little while
fortress
here, so
lies beneath you. You have
perhaps.
found a rear entrance to the pirates' citadel.
Is this a rogue favored soul? Interesting, yes, it is a rogue favored soul. Thank you. Let's see. Restart fixed pathing issues in acute delirium. Yes. See, so what we're looking at is a memory leak in our pathing system, which is Kynapse. And so there maybe is a leak in the Kynapse thing system that we're looking into. And I don't know what we've actually determined there, but just given the current state of things like that happening every couple of weeks, it gets things it degrades to the point that clearly something's going on. It seems pretty clear that something's going on. So, because yes, the restart will take care of that. So what we're looking at doing probably short term is doing more regular, sort of just maintenance restarts. Whether that ends up being weekly or perhaps something bi-weekly, you know, we don't know yet. But at least short term, we can probably expect to keep a close eye on that sort of thing and perhaps implement some kind of regular maintenance schedule. Just to make things run better. Well, probably not next week, because next week it looks like we're going to probably have a little mini patch. Hotfix, whatever you want to call it. When can we expect update 32 to hit Lamania? That is a frequently asked question. For sure. I don't have an announcement yet for you as to when it's going to hit Lamania. I will say, given the typical time frame, that it should be relatively soonish, but we don't have anything more specific to announce regarding it. We're probably going to do at least. My guess is we'll probably do 2 Lamania prompts, at least one Caneth crafting, one content, the quests. But I don't have an idea on the when. One of the things that's impacting the when is we want to have character copy working to Lamania in time for Caneth crafting, and we do not yet have the work done on that to make that possible. So I don't know. But keep an eye. We'll be sure to let you guys know, of course, when Lamania is open. But I'm going to say, if just to throw some little bit of speculation out there, certainly within the next month, whether that's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, I don't know yet. I'm making my way down to you, Titan, here eventually.
Alrighty. Are there any plans to have updates, changes to guild ships or amenities? Again, I have not heard of any immediate plans to do anything like that. I think, long term, we've several times discussed the need to figure out what we want to do with that large amenity. There's one leftover amenity if you have the largest airship that we just don't have a thing for. So perhaps, were we to do something with airships, that might be something we could look at. Uh-oh.
Ballista?
I'll just gonna revive myself.
Pay to win that way, huh?
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, just easier than wasting the stream time to go out and all that sort of thing, you know. So. Where are you at, Titan? Okay, you're over on the other side, huh? Frankly, I think we'd like to take care of that long-standing bug about the vendor amenity as well. That would be a good one to take care of. No. See, this is why I went in on normal. It's still not helping, is it? Guess I need to.
No,
I keep on forgetting. I keep on thinking I'm just in on regular heroic or what have you, where you can just sort of fight your way along rather than beeline over to the ballista.
Wish we had evasion, huh?
I have evasion, it's just not good enough. Not for these things. Will we see an Artificer pass before the end of the year? I don't know, but I would probably say it's less likely. And the reason for that is next up is Monk, and there's also an interest in doing Favored Soul. So I would say between Monk and Favored Soul, that might carry us at least through the end of the year there, right? So, I don't know. Hey Titan, come here. There you go. Alright, there we go. Whew. That was kind of rough. Man, this quest on Epic is so much more epic. Did you take care of all the baddies down here? Nope.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, over there.
So, Jerry, what's your favorite thing in the Slave Lord?
I don't want to give that away yet. Sorry. I don't know. There's a lot of good things in that series. Now, I have to admit, I didn't play that one as much as some of the other modules back in the day. Just because my gaming group didn't really do the Slavers series as much. But I remember playing at least one of them. I think Drow Pits of the Undercity? Is that the one it's called? Slave Pits of the Undercity. But yeah, there's some cool encounters. I was reading over the modules just the other day because, you know, we have this plan to maybe do a little pen and paper streaming, which we're still planning to do. Might be pushed out just a little bit, but it's something we're still planning to do. But one of the reasons it might be pushed out a little bit is it looks like we are going to get a stream room. What? Are you no longer sitting there by my boxes and by my desk? Yes.
You have
Appears to be thus. Maybe even by next week we're going to see it. There's basically a room that was used for some other projects that is freed up, and it's got like some nice
8,000 crit.
soundproofing on the
Nice.
wall and all that sort of thing. So, you know, with soundproofing plus technology, will make for a much nicer stream room. We're going to get some, you know, stand-up microphones, things like that, so we're not using just headsets. And things are looking pretty good there, so cool. Yes, we are aware that artificers only have 2 trees. I really want the artificer to be terribly overpowered if at all possible. Play lower level heroics; they're pretty
16
great for
short
that.
sword,
So,
huh?
yeah. My artificer is I have 2 artificers actually that are both in the upper 20s, and they're both in pretty good shape. Although you are right that the damage on artificer tends to sort of level off as you get into the low 20s. It's pretty high all through heroic, and then it starts to kind of curve out a little bit towards the end. So perhaps there's some more ways we could boost that up. And then, of course, it would be nice to do more for the doggies. Alright, we've got time here to run the Bargain Bazaar. I guess it's better than my Crimson Chain.
That's Searing Heights, right?
Yeah, that's the one that's in Searing Heights. You notice I always sell all my gear to the barkeeps, you know? I know people are like, but you're letting all this money just sit on the ground. It's like, yeah. But it's just so much easier. What can I say? I've always done it like this. I pay my barkeep and loot. I wonder what his bar tab must be then. I'm sorry I don't have enough for that beer, but I do have some magical chainmail. What'll this buy me? Ooh, gold roll. There we go. Titan in chat here. Why, when the NPC in the marketplace here, when she turns into a dragon and does the wing buffet thing, it actually hits player characters? For funsies. That's the answer. The official answer. Because it seemed like fun. It's also sort of a way to, because it just, otherwise it'd be like, well, the dragon just sits there and nothing happens. I mean, you know, it's just kind of an effect, right? Doesn't really make much difference other than, you know, occasionally buffeting you a little bit. But It's too bad we never made this version epic. Would be nice. I'm finally going through all the Robert Jordan Wheel of Time series here. Got some light reading to do. It'll take a little while. I'm currently only on book 5 though, so. Ooh, hey Titan, can you share that with me?
There you go. Did you get it?
Excellent. Yes, I did. Thank you. Yeah, I don't actually know the story as to why that started happening, but my guess is we put in the NPC and it just didn't really look or feel right to just have it sort of land without any extra effect. So whoever was doing the work was probably like, oh, well, let's see what happens if we do this, and let's see what happens if we do this. And it just seemed to be the right call. Hyperdorian says, Artificers, from my perspective, are bad ats until level 20, then taper off hard as far as effectiveness. I agree. That's been my experience as well, that they do really well up to 20, and then as you go into epic levels, they still do pretty good. I mean, like I said, I've got my Artie.
There's another thing about the Legendary Greensteel that I like. The unconscious range from the item.
Oh, okay, sure.
You can now die past 100 HP.
Oh, really? Is that right? That's pretty great.
Yeah. It goes past 200 HP.
Wow. Nice.
Looks like the blood tides
Love it.
expecting your arrival.
That is one generous DM. That's all there is to it.
Before you can slip into the
Yeah.
you'll have to find some way to get working.
I suppose I should get a ranged weapon. Do you have something? Or am I going to have to get one of these bows? There we go.
It also gives you healing for 10 seconds.
Nice. Well, I was going to say regarding the Artificer in Upper Epic. So one of my Artificers, the one that I found, does perhaps a little better DPS wise, and the Epics switches off between a bow and a repeater, and so I can use switch between many shot and endless fusillade. And it's a build that I think the Defense Guild over on Sarlona showed me. That actually works out pretty well. And that's where that one comes from. Come on, why is this not working? There we go. And so that has been helpful for that character in particular to remain pretty powerful up through the epic levels. But I think you're right in terms of just sheer repeater damage. It does tend to level off as you get into the epic levels, and that is probably something we would look to perhaps see what kind of adjustments need to be done there when we get around to working on some Artificer stuff. What I want is a repeater that is set up to do ham bombs. So you put little barrels of ham at the end of every one of your crossbow bolts, and you shoot it into a wall and it explodes. And Aiken flies it. That's what I want. It could be broccoli too. Got these guys at pretty high saving throws. I don't think my destruction is going to be too useful here. So what kind of changes to Monk can we expect? My understanding is the first two areas where we're going to see some changes are in the Henshin Mystic and Ninja Spy trees. We're also planning to work on updating hand wraps, basically recode them from scratch to get them working. So yeah, I think, whoops. So yes, I think that'll be probably what you'll see, at least initially here, for monks. You know, we've said, I guess we said it was a year ago or so now, that we're moving away from, say, full class passes per update, where it's like, this update is going to be the monk pass, this one's going to be the X pass. Instead, what we're doing is more incremental sort of work on these classes. And that's been something that we've been doing over time already, and will be continuing to do here, as time and resources permit. Are we making Henshin Mystic abilities actually viable? Well, certainly that would be the goal. Am I making them more viable? Well, it wouldn't be me, but whoever's working on it. Where's my... Somewhere I thought I had a... I guess probably not. We'll see. Come back. We're gonna might as well look at the bonus for killing stuff. We have another area that we missed. Actually, we can free the prisoners first.
kill you first. Joikey. It's over here. What did I miss? There we go.
Yeah, I don't have anything ranged until 28. I've got the extra for the
Yeah,
second.
I'm in the same boat. I didn't bother to pick up anything ranged until 26, where I've got the that dart from Three Barrel Cove. I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. Whatever that's called.
Coffin nail.
Yeah, that's the one.
This slave market is where the Blood Tide sells its most profitable product.
Hey Jerry, I still have that box from the CD thing.
Box from the CD thing. You mean the original game box?
Yeah, download the game.
Nice. I too still have the original game box. Wisdomman says a bunch of people feel that artificers fall behind in epics, but that's not really how he sees it, because the way armor class and PR work, artificers really benefit from past lives more than other classes. Plus, other past lives benefit them more than other classes. One thing that seems clear to him is that if you take the electricity legendary feat and have the TOE set, you're spec'd for lots of electrical spell points to your DPS with an expo
Yes. Right now, the combo of spell power damage and weapon damage is really powerful, and artificers are well positioned to take advantage of that. Excellent point there, Wizenman. I have to agree that there are certainly some very viable builds involving mostly artificer in the upper levels. For example, like I was saying myself, there's a build that is largely basically just focused on rain damage, where you switch between your crossbow with endless fusillade and then the many shot with a like pinion or whatever else you happen to have, and that is a particularly strong build as well for range DPS. And then of course, since you're so far away from everything, you don't have to worry nearly as much about taking a lot of damage because you're ranged. It's pretty good. It's been working out pretty good for me. So. But I do think that if you were just to take, say, just a pure artificer, you're probably correct that it's certainly the raw repeater damage and DPS output of just a pure artificer does tend to level off as you get into the lower epics. That lets you use 2 root arms, 1 on each hand. Yes! Yes! We also need to be able to self-destruct our rune arms. It can be kind of like a Jiver's Blade, right? Where you set it to blow up, you die, but then you take everything around you with it.
Probably thinking about that beholder build, huh?
Yeah, there you go. Put your hand wraps around weapon handles. I think, isn't there something in 3.5 that addresses that a little bit, where it might cause problems like magic interference, right? Because you got 2 magic items sort of trying to mess with each other. I think that's why you can't, say, just put a bunch of rings on a rapier, or, a wand with a bunch of magical rings on it, for example, that kind of thing. Or chainmail made out of magic rings.
By destroying the assassination logbook, you've saved countless people from the blood tide.
So otherwise you could just have hand wraps underwear. Not saying you couldn't. Why not, right? And then you'd get magical underwear. And who doesn't want that? Did we take out lacerating weapons? I don't believe we took them out. It may well be that they're no longer in random gen, though. I'm pretty sure the property still exists, at least in named items and what Kenneth Crafting turret. Or no, not lacerating. Bleeding is in Kenneth Crafting.
strange shape charges towards you. Could this be the general manager?
Alright.
Let's take care of the manager.
Yep. I see the wand bracelet come out again.
And the bargain bazaar
That'd be pretty
is
rad.
in tatters. The local merchants will no longer face competition from the Blood Tide.
How about a flawless dragon scale armor, including all colors, does nothing but looking awesome. Yeah, a chromatic dragon scale. I like it. Legendaries? Yeah, at least got a legendary out of the deal.
Yeah.
Oh, why did we take out lacerating? Just like I say, I don't think we did, but it may be out of random gen loot, so it may be an item property that's dedicated to named loot. I would need to check. I think No Worries would probably know the answer to that more specifically rather than me. I'm kind of just guessing here. And metallic dragons are a riot.
And that dragon armor could have a few charges of spell absorption, because, you know.
It could, yes. Hypercolor dragon scale just changes colors based on how stressed you are. People are like,
Would make a cool cosmetic item.
yeah. Yes, only the most current hypercolor jokes on this live stream.
Hey Jerry, did I tell you that during the anniversary stream, I was in that group where you dropped those death cubes on?
I think I did remember that. Yeah, that was pretty, that was, that was a personal highlight. It was fun. A good time was had by me. Yeah.
You're like, sorry, not sorry.
Yep. Alright, I think that's going to probably wrap it up for the live stream here. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Hope you take advantage of the 20 or 25% XP bonus, depending on whether you're VIP or not. 20% heroic and epic for everybody, an additional 5% if you're a VIP. That does stack with all your other XP bonuses, so check a pot, get the guild buff, what have you. Raking a bunch of XP this weekend. Hope you guys have a great time. We'll see you again this weekend. Actually, I believe Pikers Anonymous is on hiatus for a little while, so that means Saturday 6 p.m. will be Papagayo Day TR, 9 p.m. on Sunday is Shu Kabalze. Minion Mondays back at 4 p.m. Eastern on Monday, and we do have some slow. Oh, actually, you know what? We have a brand new show that is going to be. Let me look that up here real quick before I quote it. we have a new streamer that's going to be starting, I think it's tomorrow. Shikaijo is going to be streaming, and that's something we've been doing in the works here. I'm just scrolling through my email to try to figure out where that is. Okay. Sorry. I should have been more prepared.
You always forget the stream on the after Minion Monday.
Well, that's because I usually don't want to go more than 3 days out. You know, I'm doing the weather forecast thing where you do up to 76 hours or whatever. Yes, 2200 hours Eastern, so that would be 10 o'clock Eastern on Saturdays. That'll be Shikaijo is going to be doing a stream, just sort of himself playing some DDO pugging. It'll be called Shikaijo Explores DDO, doing all the quests and optionals, that sort of thing as well. So please stop by. That'll be 10 o'clock Eastern on Saturday night. Wish him a happy stream, and of course you will find the archives of all this stuff on Twitch and YouTube as well. And I don't know what server he's on. You'll have to ask him. Have a stellar day, you two, and to Dote, and you two, everyone else. We'll see you around soon.